you guys, welcome to Poetic Deafness. What's up everybody? Just checking in. I know it's been a few days. I've been like a little busy. Yeah, so I've been a little busy with work and this, that, and the third. So I hope everybody is having an amazing day. I hope everybody is doing well today, and if you're not, I'm sending love and positivity today. So I want to talk about something because yeah, I posted yesterday on like Twitter that how like this ummah is like so broken, and it's crazy how people feel the need to literally pick people apart. I mean, for some reason they feel the need to hold on a second. The saddest part of this ummah is that when people convert to Islam, they don't feel as though they belong. Like, they're constantly being belittled by the next person. You know, and the people who do the belittling do it to make themselves feel relevant. For whatever reason, I don't know. To me, it's like a freaking middle school, high school bully type of thing, you know? And that's what causes a person to leave Islam. And for whatever reason, you know, the person who's, you know, doing the nitpicking, you know, just you know, shaming the next person, feel as though they're doing it in a good way when they're really not. Like, there's a way to speak to people and there's a way to speak to people. You know, it's not always what you say, but how you say it. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's both, and sometimes it's one or the other. But, like, if you see someone that's, like, committing a sin, whether they knowingly or unknowingly do it, unintentionally or intentionally doing it, still pull them aside and be like, hey, you know, you did this, you know, kind of chill a little bit, you know, don't just blatantly, you know, just be so disrespectful about it. And the reason why I'm speaking about it is because I recently saw this, and when I called a person out on it, I was like seemed as like a bully and whatever, and I'm like, nah, I'm not bullying anybody, you know. And it wasn't even me that was like bashing the next person. I was literally telling the person who was doing the bashing that they need to chill. It wasn't their place to literally post it on social media and to embarrass this person. You know, like, if anything, they could have pulled that other person aside and let them know what they did wrong. And if they did it in the comfort of their own home, that person could have left. It wasn't no need for them to go about spreading it on social media. My thing is that everybody has their downfalls, everybody has their struggles, everybody is going through something. Like, you never know what a person is going through. You never know what a person is dealing with. I mean, and this could be on a daily basis, you know. They could be fine in your face, but, you know, behind closed doors, they're like battling with some addiction, some stages of depression, bipolar, whatever, you know, or just dealing with anything, you know, a recent loss or whatever. It is not your place. It is not your place to call them out on their sins, for one, when it is not dealing with, you know, business deals, blasphemy, on, sorry, a second. Or like really anything that takes them from the fold of Islam, you know. And it's crazy how people feel the need to be this haram police, or feel the need to become this, like, I don't know, internet sheikh or whatever. It's like everybody wants to play the role of a scholar, but nobody wants to be held accountable when they do the wrong things. And when you quote the Quran and Hadith, they tend to disregard the Hadith and only focus on the Quran. No, it's part of the Sunnah. You have to accept it. You can't, you know, you can't accept the one without the other. And that's, to me, that's crazy. And that's what causes people to leave Islam, you know, from the things that they endure while becoming Muslim. A person's committing a sin, and they may not know it. They honestly, wholeheartedly may not know what they're doing wrong. Pull them aside. Speak to them calmly. Speak to them in a way that they may understand. Like the Prophet ﷺ said, convey the message to the people in a way that they will understand. So apply that. Person who was like converted to Islam, you know, a few years ago, he ended up telling me like a few months ago why he was leaving Islam. Like, oh, you know, Muslims are so harsh, you know, I thought, you know, Muslims had better judgment, I thought Muslims forgave. I'm like, you'll find bad in every religion. Every religion, there's always bad, you know, but when even myself see it more often than I would like to admit, we have a serious problem. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Like, nobody wants to talk about it. Like, nobody wants to talk about the fact that, you know, Muslims themselves are being bullied by other Muslims. People refuse to accept the fact, like, if you think about it, like, even those who are born into Islam, preferably the Arabs, they tend to think some twisted idea that because you're a person of color or you are a revert to Islam, that they are being held at a higher status because of the fact that they are born Muslims. No, like, if anything, Muslims who revert to Islam actually have a higher chance of earning Jannah than they do, because of the fact that Allah forgave them of their past life, in which I like to say the past life. You know, we have a harder time of understanding the Quran. We have a harder time of learning Arabic, and they don't, many, they tend to think that they just automatically earn Jannah. I mean, even as a revert, I don't automatically earn Jannah, but the chances of getting into Jannah, you know, by working hard and doing what I need to do, you know, Allah Alam. Yeah. I mean, let me know whether or not I'm wrong or not, because let's be real, this is a constant issue. This is a constant issue. And, you know, like, if you go to the masjid and you ask for whatever type of help, from what I've seen, a lot of masjids just turn you away. A lot of them. And it's sad. It's unbelievably deploring. Like, it's not even funny how, you know, reverts come to Islam and they're actually want to learn more about the deen. They want to learn more about Islam. But for them to be told, oh, you know, just go off and study on your own, or, you know, in the context of it, you know, it's just like, dude, like, actually help people. Help them. You know, if you see a person, I don't know who that is. Anyways, like, if you see a person that is struggling with their iman, invite them to the masjid, invite them to a space where it's constant remembrance of Allah. You know, if you see a person that is struggling to pray their salah, help them. Don't criticize them. I mean, when I first started praying, I've literally had people criticizing me, and I'm like, well, I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to pray. I was kind of taught this way. You know, alhamdulillah, my husband taught me to pray correctly, with like no judgment or anything. Alhamdulillah for that. May Allah reward him. But a lot of people, they don't have that, you know. And it's sad. It's sad how broken this ummah is. Like, not only by the sets, but there's a lot of racism. There's a lot of racism. I mean, there's no problem with asking, you know, a person whether or not they're a revert to Islam. But the problem is that you'll only see people who aren't my skin color asking people who are my skin color whether or not I'm a revert. I mean, I'll happily say I'm a revert, but you wouldn't ask a non-black person that, you know? And I mean, like, not every Arab person is a revert. Not every black person is a revert. Not every Hispanic person is a revert. Not every white person is a revert. I mean, like 90% of Muslims are Asian. And I think about like 30 or 40% are Arabs. So, you know, and some, and that 30 to 40% aren't even like always born into Islam. Like, some actually reverse to Islam like later on in life. So that right there goes to show you like how diverse Islam is, how diverse, you know, the Muslim community is. But many people are just stuck in their old ways, and it's sad that, you know, this ummah of 2018 thrives on racism. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Like, if you go to the masjid, it's like high school. It's like everybody is in their own little cliques. You know, you got the Somali sitting over here, you got the Arabs sitting over here, you got the Asians sitting over here. I mean, it's you got the Pakistani sitting over here. It's cool. I'm the type of person where I just go sit right in the middle and be like, Assalamu alaikum. Hi, how are you? I mean, in some masjids don't even allow you to feel welcomed. Like, it's sad. It's sad. Like, I can't even begin to like say how broken this ummah is. From the way that we speak to each other, to the way that we look at each other, to the way that, you know, we don't even return the taslims, the greetings. You know, obviously if someone says assalamu alaikum, you say wa alaikum salam. You don't ignore their greetings. I mean, you have to, it's not polite to, you know, because that person who greeted you first is actually earning double the rewards, you know. And like I said, it's sad, the state that we're in right now. It's incredibly sad. So just sorry, I'm actually looking at my phone on Twitter right now. So yeah, back to the issue that I was saying, that, you know, the person just backbiting the other person. Another person have absolutely no right to lift the veil, in which, you know, because in Islam there's a thing where, you know, Allah conceals the sins of another person until they themselves lift that veil. But the thing is another person have no right to lift that veil, you know? So, you know, it goes back to that. You know, the person who does that to another person aren't considered to be pleased with in the sight of Allah. So, I mean, think about the things that you say. Think about the things that you do. Think about the things that you utter, you know. Obviously, I guess I'm trying to say, like, your actions have to, like, follow your heart. So, yeah, like, if your actions aren't sincere, it'll be different. If you informed another person about what someone else was involved in, if it was harming the business between that person and the other person, then obviously, of course, you have absolutely every right to inform that person of what they're involved in, as far as, you know, them two goes. So be careful about what you say about other people, because it affects everybody, you know, directly, indirectly, it affects everybody. So I will leave that with you guys today. I know I've been MIA for a couple of days. I've just been figuring out what to say, but being that, you know, I tweeted about that yesterday because somebody recently, you know, posted on social media about that. And when I said something, I was deemed as disrespectful and this, that, and the third. I'm like, nah, actually, I'm coming at you very much correct, you know. And it wasn't the first time that this person has done it. Like, they do it often, like, all the time. You know, and I've kept my mouth shut. But that was, like, the last straw. So, yeah, I will leave that with you guys. Assalamu alaikum. See you guys later.